Stop scrolling for a moment and listen carefully. This message may be exactly what you needed to hear today. While you were sleeping, while your mind was resting and your body was recovering from the weight of the day, God was still working. Many people believe that when nothing seems to happen in their life, God is silent or distant. But God says something different today. While you were sleeping, I was fixing things you could not see. There are moments in life when everything feels uncertain. You go to sleep with worries in your mind. You replay conversations in your head. You think about problems that have no clear solution. Your heart feels heavy because you do not know how things will turn out. But what you cannot see during those quiet nights is that heaven is still moving. God does not stop working when you close your eyes. In fact, some of the most powerful changes in your life happen in the unseen moments. Think about how the world works. When night comes, the earth becomes quiet. The streets slow down. People rest. But while the world sleeps, life continues. Seeds grow beneath the soil. The body heals itself. The next day slowly prepares to arrive. In the same way, God often works in silence. He works in ways that human eyes cannot immediately recognize. While you were sleeping, God was aligning things in your favor. Conversations were happening that would eventually affect your future. Doors were being quietly prepared. Paths were being redirected. Situations that once seemed impossible were slowly shifting. The problem is that we often judge our life only by what we can see. When we do not see immediate change, we assume nothing is happening. But God reminds you today that the most important work often happens behind the scenes. There are battles you never had to fight because God already fought them for you. There are dangers you never noticed because God protected you before you even realized it. There are opportunities forming right now that you cannot yet imagine. Many of you have been carrying a heavy burden lately. You prayed for something important. You hoped for change. But the answer did not come when you expected it. Slowly doubt began to grow in your mind. You wondered if God heard your prayer at all. But God says today, I heard every word. Even the quiet prayers you whispered in the middle of the night reached me. Even the tears you wiped away when nobody was watching were seen. Just because the answer did not come immediately does not mean I ignored you. Sometimes I begin working on the solution long before you can see the result. Imagine a builder creating a house. The foundation is built first, often underground where nobody can see it. People walking by may think nothing is happening because the structure is not visible yet. But the foundation is the most important part. Without it, the house would never stand strong. In the same way, God sometimes works on the foundation of your future before showing you the visible results. While you were sleeping, God was fixing parts of your life that needed healing. He was softening hearts that once seemed closed. He was guiding events so that the right people would appear at the right moment. He was protecting you from paths that could have led to pain. Some doors closed in your life recently and you did not understand why. You felt disappointed. You thought you lost something important. But sometimes a closed door is not rejection. Sometimes it is protection. God may close a door because He sees what is waiting behind it. He may redirect your steps because He knows the path ahead would have led you somewhere you were not meant to go. While you were sleeping, God was also working on your heart. Growth often happens quietly. You may not notice how your thinking has changed. You may not notice how much stronger you have become compared to the person you were a few years ago. But God sees that growth clearly. The struggles you faced were not wasted. The difficult seasons you survived were shaping you. Every challenge taught you something. Every moment of patience strengthened your spirit. Now you are becoming someone capable of handling greater responsibility and greater blessings. Some of you feel like you are waiting for a breakthrough. You feel like you have been standing still while others around you seem to move forward quickly. It can be frustrating. It can make you question your progress. But God says today, do not compare your journey with anyone else's path. Every life moves according to a different timing. What you see as delay may actually be preparation. A blessing that arrives too early might not last. But a blessing that arrives at the right moment can transform your life completely. While you were sleeping, God was preparing that right moment. He was aligning circumstances so that when the door opens you will be ready to walk through it with confidence. Many people forget that faith includes trust during the unseen moments. Faith is not only about celebrating when things go well. Faith is also about trusting that God is working even when evidence is not visible yet. Faith means believing that the silence you experience today is not abandonment. It is preparation. While you were sleeping, God was also reminding you of your purpose. Deep inside your heart there is a sense that your life is meant for something meaningful. That feeling is not random. It is a reminder that your story is still unfolding. The chapter you are living right now is only one part of a much bigger journey. Some of the difficulties you faced were necessary because they helped you grow into the person you are becoming. Without those lessons you might not be ready for what is coming next. While you were sleeping, God was placing pieces of your future into position. Opportunities you have not noticed yet are slowly approaching. People who will influence your path may soon enter your life. Ideas may appear in your mind that will lead you toward new possibilities. None of this happens by accident. God works with purpose and intention. So if you wake up some days feeling uncertain about your direction, remember this message. The silence you experience does not mean God stopped working. The waiting you feel does not mean your prayer was ignored. The quiet seasons of life are often the seasons when God is preparing the greatest changes. While you were sleeping, He was fixing things you did not even know were broken. He was protecting you from problems you never had to face. He was building a future that will make sense when the time comes. So keep your faith strong. Continue moving forward one step at a time. Continue trusting even when the full picture is not clear yet. Because the same God who worked through the night will continue working through the day. If this message touched your heart today, take a moment to like this video so others can receive the same encouragement. Subscribe to this channel for more faith-based messages that remind you of God's presence in your life. And write Amen in the comments if you believe that while you were sleeping, God was already working in your favor. Share this message with someone who may need hope today. Sometimes one message can remind a person that they are not alone.